Today, I'm going to be making an heirloom tomato French tartare. I found that recipe on the internet off of Yahoo, and I really think it's going to be great. It's an interesting way to use tomatoes.
First things first, always use quality ingredients. Here we have a pre-made pie crust, organic unsalted butter with about half a teaspoon of salt on the side. We have organic vanilla, about a tablespoon. Also about a tablespoon of molasses and half a cup of sucanat or brown sugar. Originally the recipe called for white table sugar, but that's not what I use. We also have those premium heirloom off the vine tomatoes there that we're going to use for the dish. Next, preheat your oven to 425 degrees and get a pot of water boiling so that way you can add your tomatoes in to soften the skins. Also, have your skillet on low so that way we can melt the butter and caramelize the sugar. Cook your tomatoes for about 30 seconds until the skins get soft and peel them afterwards. So after you have blanched your tomatoes, take them out of the hot water and place them into an ice bath so that way you can peel them and remove the seeds. So the next thing that you want to do is add your butter and melt it evenly in the pan. And then what we will do is add the tomato halves, which we have here. We're going to cut them lengthwise, and as soon as the butter melts, we're going to place them face down and turn the heat up to medium. So after you spread your butter, it's time to add your sugar and sprinkle it in there over low heat before adding the tomatoes. Look how beautiful these tomatoes are. Have here is an assimilation of the heirloom tomatoes simmering in this buttery, sugary mixture that smells delicious. The next steps are adding the molasses here and the organic vanilla right here shortly before adding it all into the oven. We're going to let this simmer down for about 25 minutes until everything caramelizes super nicely and gets a nice syrupy texture to it, and it just smells amazing. So this is what we're going for. We've got this nice caramelized tomato, buttery, sugary mixture right here, and our dough. And we're gonna go ahead and place this over the top here. Very carefully, I'm gonna flip it over. And very carefully, I'm going to bring this over, center it. Trying very hard not to break it. Almost. At this point, what you want to do is tuck the dough down to the very bottom of this dish. And this is what gives it that nice rustic French appeal. Okay, it looks like I got it all in there. You want to finish this off by placing a couple of slits in the dough. Doing a couple of X's here. And this is so that way the steam will vent through this into the oven. Alright, so what we have here is an amazing dish. We're wrapping up the heirloom French tomato tartare. And here we go, the timer just went off. Gosh, look at this. Amazing. So after this cools down for about 10 minutes, what we're going to do is flip it over into a serving dish, and it should be ready to cut. And hopefully it will taste like the bomb that I know it is. Alright, let's do this. So after removing your French tartare from the oven, it's beautiful and it's caramelized on top with a nice flaky brown crust you see here. And it'll be time to flip it over. So what we're going to do is grab a plate, place it on top after first cutting the edges of the caramelized dough right here so it will break free evenly and freely. Just go around the edges carefully and break the crust free. Alright, okay. Just go ahead and place your plate over the top and flip. And hopefully we can get a nice, there we go. Woo, beautiful. There you go. Rustic French cuisine. Bon appetit! Boom!